Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 2v2 on Sandrim between the red team in the upper left-hand corner, airmechanik in the Raptor Neo, and SkyGuard777 in the Easter Osprey. And their opponents, the green team in the bottom right-hand corner, BioGenisis in the Steampunk Helix, and rez1haleem in the Classic Striker. And we do have a pretty standard opening here by the green team. Moneymakers out. One Lunchbox. Lunchbox is pretty standard in a 2v2. We do see that pretty much in every high tier game. Lunchbox, very, very important to defend against those drops, drop attacks at your fort. We do have Morty's coming out for the red team, and the green team not going for mid at all right now. They don't really have anything set up on the island like the red team is. Typical approach to Sandrim. I've said it a couple times. I haven't had a Sandrim game in a while, but go straight for mid. Even in this modified Sandrim map, even in today's meta, we do have red team grabbing the mid immediately. Zippers dropped by the green team by BioGenisis, but not in time. We do have the other player on the green team, Rez, going for the top, but does get reacted immediately by SkyGuard. But this is version 1 rule still, so this outpost still pretty darn OP. Rez dropping some units to take it, or to secure it. It will probably get knocked right back down to neutral by these rebels and incoming jackals for the red team. But red team still has been able to actually secure this bottom, or that middle outpost, but that T-99 is still alive. The top outpost does go back down to neutral. We do have a couple rebels and jackals sitting here. I'm not really sure if they're preparing them to go out on attack or not, or if they're just sitting them for defense, but Moneymaker does get taken down by Rez. However, this top outpost is completely lost by that green team. BioGenisis almost going to get finished off by SkyGuard right there on the way back to that right outpost. Rez just shooting at the fort, working away very, very slowly at the health. Definitely needs to use his time a little bit better. Rebels going for the right outpost now, so this is going to be very, very quick game if the green team does not do something about it. It's just going to be outpost grab after grab. And we still have Rez firing at this fort. I'm not really sure why he's just doing that. He probably really isn't aware about all the other stuff that the red team is doing on the map. And BioGenisis is trying to defend this. Zippers only against rebels, definitely will not be very effective. And airmechanik still actually shooting at Rez. Will almost get him killed. No, Rez actually staying alive pretty well, avoiding fire pretty damn good with that transforming and his transform timing, but does get killed in the air by SkyGuard. SkyGuard now with some rebels. It is a little ridiculous now. There is no tanks on the field. I don't think I've ever seen that before, especially this early into the game. Not necessarily this early, but like at this stage of the game, you almost always open with tanks. Well, on Sandrim, it's not as critical because you don't have a mid to fight for in the same way that you do for other maps where you can actually approach by land, whereas this is just an island on Sandrim. Airmechanik doing a quick scout. And SkyGuard now using jackals to go for the bottom outpost. That is definitely not typical. Oh no, one jackal and one rebel. We do have in the meantime Rez trying to kill some units just by himself with his own mech. No unit support there at the mid, but also does have to retreat there. And Airmechanik does get away, does get back to that mid. And now SkyGuard with more stuff. One rebel did die, but this outpost is open. What does he have in his build queue? Just has 5 rebels. Might actually be enough to defend against this. Okay, let's see if he can actually keep this outpost under his control. Just queuing up more rebels. Might be able to get a surround here to prevent the enemy fire, or the neutral fire, from actually neutralizing this outpost. Neutral fire, neutralizing the outpost. Yes, I did say that. And Rez just trying to shoot up this bottom outpost. And yeah, those rebels definitely able to draw the fire away long enough and protect long enough to actually keep that outpost under their control. But we do have BioGenisis coming out with a tech pod. What does he have in his loadout that actually requires that? It is a Bertha that he has in his build queue, or in his loadout. So let's see if I think you actually need a Tech 2 pod at this stage of the game right now to make a Bertha. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, pretty sure. And honestly, I really do think that Berthas probably should be buffed in certain ways, not the same broken ways that they were before. Oh man, we do have some units, some light attacking units, mostly zippers attacking these rocks over here, but oh my god, look at all these rebels and jackals being sent. They were first used to get us around on that outpost, and now are being sent. I could have sworn it was for the outpost capture. Oh, and these zippers are going for the fort too. Oh my god, this is a little ridiculous, and we do have these jackals and rebels reaching this fort, but these zippers are already here. However, they don't really do too much damage as they do have a low piercing. Oh, wait a minute. They are actually doing a fair amount. Oh, but SkyGuard is here to defend against these with Rebels to block, and now these Rebels are going actually to get taken care of by this green team as well. So too many zippers getting surrounded on this fort. A lot of them are actually spawning runners, but mostly just these Rebels and Jackals down here at the bottom outpost. Why are there no tanks on the ground? This is so weird. This is definitely not the air mech that I'm used to, but now we do have the red team gonna get this neutralized on the bottom outpost while this green team is trying to defend against all these Rebels and Jackals. They are definitely not floating credits though, so they are, I don't want to say that this is a good thing, but they are definitely spamming fast enough to actually keep these, you know, to keep this kind of production, this kind of playstyle, you know, up. Keep it up. Yeah, sure. Why not? And yeah, we do have the red team taking this bottom outpost again, getting a Jackal and Rebels around. I'm assuming they are going to do the exact same things they did before earlier, as BioGenisis did get finished off by another Rebel. And I would think, yes, that they are going to send out once again. Oh, what do we have here? We do have a 3 tank push with a couple creeps. I thought it was more because the mini-map does not really designate too much the difference between creeps and other units. Fine for normal mode, not really that great for spectate mode. But yeah, now we do have more these Jackals coming out. I would assume these Rebels are going to follow, but we do have SkyGuard. What is he doing now? Bringing a single Rebel down here to bother them. This Moneymaker down here does get saved by BioGenisis, although I don't really know if it necessarily needed saving. TechPod does it does have the shield sitting on that socket. And now we do have the red team pushing up with even more Jackals. Are there going to be more coming out? No, we just have bombs. Oh man, SkyGuard gonna bomb some stuff down, but not actually able to kill anything. Dillo is smoking black, not saved by BioGenisis before he gets killed, and now getting chased back by to his outpost. But another send of Jackals, and I mean, why not send the Rebels too? It's not too much of a threat. Now artillery coming out. SkyGuard gonna be able to position BioGenisis almost actually a little bit in danger right there. Not really almost getting killed, but if both mechs focused on him, I think he actually would have gone down. So now more and more Jackals. This is getting a little crazy. It's only Jackal spam. Jackal, 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 Jackal. Jackal, Jackal, Rebel also every once in a while, but yes, it's just gonna be Jackals, and now, oh, SkyGuard dropping a couple Rebels and dropping a couple infantry, able to take this outpost. Oh no, did those infantry actually wander through this path? I'm not really exactly sure, but yes, the red team has pretty much full map control except for that upper right-hand corner at this point, and I don't really see them needing it. The only reason I might see them needing it is just to get that domination status, but I don't really think they actually need it at this point. We do have the red team now massing up. Okay, SkyGuard with Rebels here, and I'm assuming airmechanik with Jackals here. Yes, he does have Jackals coming out, more Jackals. Oh my god, they're gonna send a double-pronged light attack unit, I guess. It's not really proper to call it light anymore because the weapon system doesn't work like that anymore. Oh my god, and even bring a generator out on the field so they can spam even more even more light units. I would like to see these go out as well because I think that would actually be an effective end to this game. That surround is probably what they need to actually finish off, and actually killing all the surrounding green units here. All those T40, I think those are T45s. T45s going down. Oh, we did have a rage quit. I did not notice that, but BioGenisis did leave earlier in this game. Rez, the only one here to defend, but these Jackals are definitely going to be able to get this finish on this on this fort, especially with SkyGuard and airmechanik firing in, using the outpost as cover. Airmechanik there, but does get finished off on the ground by Rez. But once again, these Jackals firing in, almost 0 life left on this fort, and boom, victory for the red team. BioGenisis gets finished off there. But yeah, this is spam patch central. All they had the entire game was Rebels and Jackals for the most part that I can remember seeing, except for socket units in terms of the red team, the winning team. So obviously something needs to be done. Hopefully these numbers will be better because we are in the different state, we are using a different system for weapon and armor. It's still called armor, I think, but they eventually will change weapon into something like piercing because they do just assign number values to these attributes. And you know, the higher the number, the more effective you are against armor that are higher in number as well. So that's how it works. I don't want to be too much more specific than that. The higher your piercing, the better, or the higher your weapon, the better. The higher armor, the better. So you know, if the enemy's armor is low, you don't really need as much of a weapon, as high of a weapon. So yeah, I would like actually not to be more specific than that, not actually explain actual equation or formula. If you need that, go to the Carbon forums. But that concept is all you should need if you aren't going to be super uber meta at this game. So yeah, guys, if you have any replays, send it to me. like that. I'm not really sure if I want that specifically, but if you have any good games to send in to me, if you spectate them or if you play them, send them into ruy0x@gmail.com or RUI on Steam. Stay tuned for the Watch More screen. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.